Hello, this is Right Side Trader. Today is September 5th, 2025, and this is my weekly market review. I'm reviewing the Dow 30, that's DIA, on a quarterly chart, monthly chart, weekly chart, and a daily chart. This is all for educational purposes only, no trade recommendation, because as we all know, trading is risky. You can lose money at trading, so please check with your financial advisor. Please check with your significant other, and make sure trading is something that is suitable for you. All right, let's jump over here to these charts and see what we see and all. Resize that, maximize this. And on this quarterly chart, what we see is still green. We're still below a yearly R1, which is okay. We still have a very small wick up here, so no real selling pressure. We are above this, what I thought would be a supply or resistance in the market. We are staying above that, and we could get where we stay above that and just hang out here for the rest of this quarter and all. And not really, well, again, we may not break this R1 this month and all. So we got to kind of like just wait and see what's going to happen here. Let's go ahead and go down to the monthly chart so we can see a little bit more what's going on here. On this monthly chart, what I see here, we are still above the 9-10 moving average. That's this blue line. We are still above my supply line, which is good. We have a small doji candle here forming right now for the month. Let's see, we did look like we have a small doji, but this is just a few days into the month, so don't get too concerned about what's going on here. Everything is looking good at this time and all. Let me just look at one more thing. Yes, we are still below the R1 here, so that's okay. A lot of times we get a little closer to that, as you can see back here, or we break that and come back down below that. Since we're staying below that and kind of consolidating, may consolidate up here a little bit before going higher and all, if we're going to go higher. That's what I see, and that's what I'm kind of expecting. But let's go ahead and go down to the weekly chart and see what we see there. Boom. Zoom, 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 zoom in here. And what do we see here? We see an all-time high. Let's go ahead right off the bat. This market made an all-time high again. This made an all-time high this week. That's why, again, I'm saying things do look very bullish at this time, even though this kind of looks like an evening star. These three candles here, all three green candles, become this month. Well, this month we are already starting out above pivot, above a supply level, and this is why I'm saying I can see that it's struggling. It made an all-time high and then came back down below previous week stuff, previous week body, and making this funny little pattern right here at the top. The market can get where, I think it can get where it can do something what we've seen back here, where it went kind of sideways, then popped, just like it did back here, went sideways a little bit, then pop and all. So I'm thinking we're in an area right now where it's going to go sideways a little bit, then pop. How many weeks that it actually ends up doing something like that? Don't know. But as we can see back here, once it got up there, it was 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 weeks, almost a full month before it actually made a move to the upside. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 weeks, 6 weeks before it actually finally popped out of that area and getting ready to go. So we can expect maybe another month worth of sideways action before this thing actually moves to the upside. So that's why I'm saying this thing is, the Dow has been popping, when it makes moves and all, but it's been doing like a base rally type thing in this market. So, but that's what I see here. But that's enough of that. Let's go ahead and go down to the daily chart, and it's just for us longer term traders and the way some of the strategies that I use. That's why I'm kind of looking at this that way. But let's go ahead and go down to the daily noise and wrap this on up. On this daily noise, you can see this same type stuff here happening on this daily picture and all that I was talking about. See how the market kind of went sideways here in this area here. I've been going sideways here. Now that it's gotten above there, and then it did make a high, but then came back down. So it's setting up. It sets up for some nice strategies and some nice plays in the market at all. And that's what I see here on this daily thing. Again, let me delete that. You know, the directional thing is when it pulled down here to an area where this area here, this is my red line. This is my red line where I'm thinking supply at. Now, this, or as some people think of it as resistance. You know, now that resistance, you know, it acting as support and all, and that's what we were beginning to see here. We took off from there. It came down here, and it's acting like it was supporting, and demand came in once it got down close to that area. So that's what it can stay within a range. Anything can happen, but look like it's staying within a range here for the last couple of weeks. The thing is, how long will it stay in this little range? And that's it. That's what I'm seeing. Don't know what's going to happen. This thing can take off next week, or to the upside or to the downside. I don't want, again, no trade recommendations, just what I'm seeing that's happening here. And trade accordingly based on your trading plan and your trading strategy. I hope you guys had a great week. Hope you guys have a great weekend, and I'll talk to you next week. This is our Right Side Trader here. Have a good one. Bye. Thank you, new subscribers. Subscribe, like. Let me know what you think. Talk to you later. Bye.